Okay, it's all yours.
Um, Alrighty, here we are back again on Michael Parnaby's Gaming Network. Last session recap. So, at the end of last session, they just completed a run through of the Eclipse headquarters, and they found a lot of disturbing facts. But amongst all that, they also identified 3 particular sites where it appears that the signal was being broadcasted from. Well, they took advantage and headed home for a rest and had a big sleep in. The next day when they were eating breakfast, a box arrived. Then they proceeded to have a little bit of a look and a poke at it and head up to Illyria's room where they could look at it more in a more private setting. After a little bit of, let's just say, not fantastic inspection, they opened the box, which caused basically a bomb to go off out of that wonderful little box, hurting them all, which triggered the evacuation of the hotel that they were in. Well, they blended into the crowd and then just drifted off. They thought it might be a good idea, since that they were tagged as being as staying at that hotel, that they just sort of vanished with the crowd. And so they headed off discreetly and headed to the first of the sites that was marked out of Eclipse Innovations headquarters, where the Eclipse Innovations engineers headed to install something. As they approached, they saw a particular alley down which it directed them to the Blue Room. They got a little bit of information prior to that from the infosphere, but it was pretty light on. They learned about a hacking group that was based out of there, and they decided, because it's a hacking group, it's likely that they're going to be rather scared of their own shadow. So they made the decision to head in there in pairs. First in was Labara and Illyria, and then along came Halidin and Kelnar. And while Kelnar was happily blowing everything up in his video game, let's call it destruction world, Illyria was blending in, but Labara was standing there like tits on a ball, and just sort of watching everyone. After a little bit of back and forth with the attendant, Labara was summarily ejected by the police. There was a lot of back and forth about that, but eventually, after Labara was outside, Illyria got contacted, and after a bit of back and forth, realised that she'd been contacted by one of the hacking group's leaders by the name of No Name. And then the door to the left of where Illyria was seated opened up, and Illyria headed in there and met No Name face to face. After a brief conversation, it seemed that this hacking group was aware of Eclipse Innovations' activities, and that they had installed some sort of equipment at this particular location. After a short discussion with No Name, they headed into the server room and proceeded to zero in on the equipment that had been installed by the Eclipse Innovations engineers. At that point, Illyria hacked that piece of equipment and got a lead on the other 2 locations. But then they proceeded to destroy the piece of equipment, not without first identifying it was broadcasting a different signal than what they'd experienced on New Elysium. As they headed out into the alley, they were suddenly ambushed by a team of mercenaries. After a firefight, a bunch of grenades, and some pretty interesting shenanigans by, I think it was Illyria, with blowing up guys with what appeared to be a battery pack, A couple of them fled. Taking a moment for a breather, they then proceeded to head to the next location, where they turned up in a bit of a rundown area of the town. Basically, all of the windows were smashed, except for the one that appeared to be the one they were interested in, which was I've lost it. Which was Scuttle's cybernetics shop. As they approached, it turned into a bit of a firefight straight out of the front, which, to their credit, they controlled with absolute grace, as they always do. And yeah, we're just returning to our wonderful teams after they'd dropped a couple of killers and some hired mercs right out the front of the shop that they're interested in. Alrighty. You're bleeding a little bit, you're a bit beat up, and over to you guys.
Ow.
Has that last one run away, or is he hiding behind the shop?
Yeah, he's in the process of legging it.
Okay. Should we rest out here in the night air for 10 minutes? Or
You're just going to curl up in the middle of the street, are you? In a rundown area of town?
We can rest. We can sit around like hobos, just waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
You hear the dulcet tones of trash compactors crunching away to provide that night ambience that so lets you rest.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, we'll put my headphones on. Like
Get
a
a
modern
10-minute
day
rest.
person who doesn't want passers-by to interact with any.
That's how I live my life.
That's how a lot of people live their lives. Walk through the city and I'm like, geez, every second guy in a suit's got bloody headphones on.
Anyway. Alrighty.
No, I'm going to complain about society. No.
Too late.
I've ruined the mood.
Alrighty. So you have you've rested out like hobos out the front of the shop, like not Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What's like Clerks? Silent Jay and Silent Bob out the front of the front of the shop.
We do Berserker.
So I was thinking of that the other day.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Of Berserker or Clerks?
Yeah, Berserker specifically.
Berserker. Yeah.
But good.
It's
Anyway,
awesome.
carry on.
Alrighty. As you step into the shop, you see a long 4-foot tall steel glass display case that separates the small area of the room to the front. Small area of the room to the east from the main shop. Analog and powered weapons hang from hooks in the wall behind the display cases. The cases also contain cybernetic devices, comms units, and other technological items labelled with significantly marked up price tags. Then you see other storage crates around, flanked by what appears to be a couple of dilapidated armchairs. The table and chairs are positioned in front of a metal rack containing antiquated print books and magazines that appear to be falling apart, some of which include Penthouse magazine. You see a Yosoki. He, with red eyes, stands on the stepladder behind the display cases. And two Yosoki sit in the chairs to the south, browsing the antique print magazines. The guy that I just sent you says, "Hello, how can I help you?" And you see a Vess, who you believe is his muscle, snap to attention.
What was our plan before? We were making a plan before as to what we were going to do when we came in here. Were we going to try and buy access? Was that what we settled on?
We were gonna try and basically cozy up to him with a gang-related
Oh, that's right.
in a gang-related way, weren't we?
How about it, Hal? Was it Hal?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Hal will step up and give him a reassuring grin and say, "Hello there, my good man. We given to understand that you have some well-connected associates, and we're not here to cause any trouble. But we do want you to know that we need access to a certain piece of equipment we have reason to believe is here on your premises."
You see him look a bit nervously around. Can you roll a diplomacy check, please?
Yep, I'd love to. Except I have to find the tower again. There we go.
Alrighty. He goes, Can you tell us more? He looks around nervously, and you see him press a button on his wrist. And the heavy metal shutters lower and cover the shop window. Look, nobody likes a snitch. I'm not going to stick my neck out for you. You got to give me something to work with.
Something to work with? Are we talking about credits, or is there another way that I can reassure you?
Well, what type of credits are you asking for? Or are you thinking about?
Let's see now. I think even K ought to calm your nerves. What would you say to that?
You see... Yeah, look, I reckon you need to find 1.5. How about that?
Kel reaches for a grenade.
Wait.
How obvious is he reaching for the grenade?
Just like he always does. Slow and steady, making sure everybody sees it coming.
Yeah, I look over at Kel. I don't gesture to him to stop. I look at him and I look back at Scuttle and raise an eyebrow and I say, "I think my brother's getting a little bit antsy here. I think 1,000 was a pretty fair offer, don't you?"
Look, why don't you roll a diplomacy check?
Yep.
Do I get the assist with my actions?
You might get a negative.
Alright.
Well, your actions are quite diplomatic, so maybe.
He's going to.
Intimidate? Does he get a separate intimidate because he's a psycho?
Actually, yeah, roll an intimidate check.
All right, I'll switch my Diplo to intimidate. There we go.
Kel with a -1 on his intimidate roll. Look, how about we talk? Like, what are you interested in? It says Scuttle the Yosoki.
Do the words Eclipse Innovations and Penumbra mean anything to you?
I know about Eclipse Innovations. It's a business associate of mine from way back.
Mm-hmm.
Eclipse does a shipment. I show up on a delivery route, some credits change hands, I get some fresh tech, and Eclipse cashes in on theft insurance. You know, typical business relationship.
Ah, yes, I understand that kind of scheme. But no, we're thinking about something a little different. Have any Eclipse personnel been to this establishment? Maybe with some hardware in tow?
Are you going to diplo or intimidate to get the answer, or bribe?
I think I'm being pretty friendly with this line of conversation, so I'll make it a diplo.
Does someone want to give him an assist?
Not really.
Uh,
I can give it a bell, but
I guess it was
Nicely
that kind
behind him, nodding like he's a political candidate who just said something.
Yes.
Wait. Jules.
So yeah, at this point, he goes, look, there's been, as you know, Eclipse is a bit of a washed-up military contractor from back in the Swarm days. You perhaps look too young to remember it, but it was bad. And Eclipse started poking their nose into some things best left alone. Wanting super soldiers that couldn't feel pain and things like that. Some doctor was in charge of it, I don't know their name. Then one day the lab just went poof. She ghosted. Present day, Eclipse is installing these transmitters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the transmitter ain't just for this app. They make people hurt themselves or kill each other. If you ask me, something's happened to that lab that royally screwed Eclipse for good.
Right. That's very much lines up with what we're chasing down. You see, we believe that transmitter. There are several of them installed around the city. One of them we've already destroyed, and one of our leads brought us here. So we think they're using your facility as a point to transmit this signal, and if we don't stop it, it's going to go off in 6 days, and it's going to completely ruin this city if we don't stop it.
So what do you want from me?
All we really need from you is access so that we can put a stop to whatever they've installed here.
Tell you what goes around comes around. How about that 1500 then? Something for you, something for me.
I'm going to try a sense motive to see if there's any point trying to bargain, or if this is like his final.
You don't get a good read on him with that one.
All right. I'll shrug and say, all right, 1500 it is, and I'll transfer that money to him.
Pleasure doing business with you. And so, the door's actually not a door. Come on in, back here. It's a pretty small room.
All right, Priya, you're up.
So, in this tiny cluttered room, you're a bit astonished, and it's a testament to Scuttle's hoarding tendencies. Spare parts litter the floor, crates of new shipments are intermixed with boxes of unsalvageable junk, piled almost to the ceiling.
Sweet.
The penumbrous transmitter sticks out as a piece of shiny new tech amid this disorder. You... Alrighty. What do you want to do?
Okay, does it look like the first one?
Yes, we'll say.
Yeah,
It doesn't actually say that, but we'll say yes.
hopefully it would be. Okay, no
He's
worries.
gonna head it for a sec.
Alright, well, I'm going to try and disable it like I did with the last one.
Okay.
Simple as that.
You're not going to triangulate the base thing like you needed another one? Or is that not a...
Oh, yeah, that's what I did last time, didn't I? I tried to trace it first. But to get locations first before I disabled it. So that's what I'll do.
I'll throw you an assist just in case it helps.
I just need to jump back. Alrighty. I got the DCs.
All right. Computers.
Yes.
All right. Do I get any bonuses considering I did the first one so well?
No, you got the bonus the last time because you had the hack and no name assisting you.
Roger.
Oh, dude, you did not need any form of assistance there. You're able to get triangulation further, like closer in onto where black side is on the dark side of Verses.
Yep.
So yeah, that was quite successful. So you got 2
Beautiful.
of the 3.
I'm feeling good. All right. Well, that being the case, I turn to these guys and say I've tracked them further. So I'm going to try and shut it down now.
Awesome. Well done.
All right. Same deal.
Oh, dude, same again.
Oh. Holy shit.
Scuttle just turns back into the room as you see the lights blinking out and going down. And Scuttle goes, "What did you do?"
We did what we asked we could do.
You asked to get access to the transmitter, didn't you? Or you asked to see it, didn't you?
So that we could stop it. Yeah. I thought I was
Yeah, so it
pretty clear about that whole like destroying the city thing.
He lets out a big sigh and buries his face in his hands. Well, it looks like I'm going underground sooner than I thought. Now get out.
Well, look, if we hadn't stopped this transmitter, you would have had to go underground anyway because the city would be laid to waste. So at least this way you still got some stuff and a shop.
That's just a business opportunity.
All right, if you
Yep,
say
and you still have that opportunity.
yeah.
Later.
Get ready to enjoy those opportunities.
And you're doing the right thing.
Cool. All right, we'll leave.
Oh, by the way, do you want to buy anything? Do we want to do any trading while we're here?
That's massively marked up, wasn't it?
With the guy who just told us to fuck off. Probably not.
That's why you always ask to trade first in the conversation.
Yeah.
Unless the way you want to trade is like, give us everything now. Or else.
Yeah, that's a different kind of trade, isn't it?
Do you guys have a spaceship?
We do have a spaceship.
Okay, you can have the shop for my shop for a spaceship.
Yeah. No. Thanks.
Pass.
Thanks, man. Later.
Later, dudes. Alrighty.
Well, he was quite an unpleasant little fellow, wasn't he?
That's alright. It got us in there and everything done.
Didn't have to kill anybody this time.
Yeah, no.
Should we
no,
do- Should we be worried that he's going to get a technical person to come in and fix it, or is it dead?
Well, my assumption, given what I was successful last time, so we thought it was shut down, like as in fried. Bye, baby.
Ah, cool.
Hopefully the magic smoke went out and it's not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
And also, I think his reaction sounded like he wasn't going to try to fix it. He was going to try to bail.
He's out of there. So.
Yeah.
All right. Good work. All right, let's go all.
Well done, Illyria. You smashed it again.
Thanks for getting us through. Thanks for getting us in there without any bloodshed too. That's appreciated.
Yeah, my pleasure.
As you scooch through the door and it slams behind you, almost hitting you in the ass, you see the neon light, the green neon light from open, blinks off, replaced by the word closed in red neon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's pretty definite. All right.
We've put an honest small businessman out of business, guys.
I've got bad news for you, Labara, about the honesty thing.
Chuckle.
Just trying to feed his 18 kids.
Were you not listening when he explained his whole arrangement with Eclipse, or like?
Hey,
Ah.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Alright, well.
What are you doing?
Last one.
Yeah, onward.
Let's hoof it to the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, just trying to remember which area of Kilkoveri you're at. You're in the northwest faucet, and you need to make your way to the south faucet, the Apex building. So, not what I want to give you first. So it's probably going to take you about a couple of hours. Anything you want to do to move between big sections of the city?
Public
Nope.
transport time.
Yeah.
Unless there's the Johnny cab. We'll take a Johnny cab if there's one of those.
In this area, not likely.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boo. Gonna transfer Hal back some money for my share of what we had to dole out.
Ah, cheers.
Alrighty, so. Let's see.
Oh, I guess I could do the same. How much are we?
Or 375.
Each 500 for his initiative.
375.
Yeah, if you each give me 500, then I've paid nothing, which seems a bit odd. Yeah,
Exactly.
Just a little.
yeah,
No,
Come on, Silver Tongue.
that's not happening.
yeah.
All right, no worries. I'll transfer you 375. Hal, take
Thank
that.
Because I'm shamed into it while Leary are doing it. So.
And Kel makes his way over to Hal. I'll fix you up when we get paid for this gig, eh?
Sure. I don't think there's any payment on the way for the gig. We're just trying to save the universe and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It could be one of good, not good behaviour, but good feeling. It could be payback in I don't know,
What, good karma?
brotherly love. Brotherly.
Alright.
I bet it will be.
Okay. As you're cruising around on,
All right.
let's call it the sky buses, you're cruising into the South Faucet. This area has flashy nightclubs. You've assuming you've done some research on the way in,
Yeah, totally. Assume away.
and you've been able to narrow it down to the Apex building, and the details of where to install the equipment was on the 13th floor. Cross-referencing those bits of info, you identify that the Lizard Lounge is located there. It's owned by an enterprising best immigrant, and it's a local hotspot that's popular with partygoers on both sides of the law. It's got a large dance floor, some bars, and even a private balcony. So yeah, it looks pretty spiffy.
While we're on the public transport over there, I'll be like, we're all cool enough to get in there, I'm sure.
Cover charge of 1,500. No.
Jeez.
Yep. All right, we're definitely breaking in then.
Yeah. Kel, we're gonna go in your way.
That's right.
Alrighty.
Kel's very happy.
Where's that map? That's the wrong map. I'm trying to figure out where the front door is. I actually don't know.
Is that the first test to see if you're cool enough to get in? You know,
There
figure
it
out where
is.
the entrance is?
Yeah, you got to figure out where the entrance is. Alrighty. Right. Now, you've just turned up to the 13th floor of Apex Tower, and you've got the Lizard Lounge. Down the alley here, you've got the doors which are just there.
Dark. It's too dark to see.
Okay. Lights. Plan B. I just dropped light on you.
Ooh.
And light on Lyria. You guys are just glowing. Yes. Alrighty, you got the doors in front of Hal and Kel. It's got a light security presence at the front door, mainly just checking to make sure that you aren't bringing drugs in that haven't been taxed by the local constabulary or the club.
Yeah, can't be contested. Alright.
As the doors to this Paradiso opens in front of you.
Let's go.
Yep.
In you go, guys.
Alrighty, I'll move them since they're not
Oh, I'm
moving.
stuck. Help me.
I have reached down and placed you where you need to be, says
Great.
the man in the sky. Alright, as you enter, you see two circular bars made from hard green acrylic stand on either side of an open dance floor. The bass rhythm thrums as a sea of patrons move to the beat. To the east and west of the dance floor, blue leather couches are positioned around the tables made of the same blue acrylic, but they offer more private places to sit and relax, though the music volumes make conversations difficult. Alrighty. From there, that's basically all you can see. A seething mass of empty dance floor of people moving.
Awkwardly shout at each other about what we're going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, well... We don't have a contact or anything like that, do we? We just have the place.
You just have
That's right.
equipment was set up in this place. That's all you got.
Well, I think we could probably just do a
Yeah, good idea.
just do a round, do a walk around, and just keep our eyes out for anything that looks suspicious, like a cluster of, technology blinking away. And if we don't find that, we'll see what other areas of the place we might explore. So maybe just spend 20 minutes or something doing a search of the public access areas.
Fair enough. So, where you are now is the floor of the club. As you head down here, I grab the two dudes without light. You can see what appears to be doors behind the second bar, which is off to your east. That has a plastic swinging door that leads to what appears to say employees only area.
Cool. Any visible security forces?
You see the green wall to your southwest. You see is actually a balcony overlooking the dance floor. You see the odd security guard posted up there. Seems to be a bit of a burly vest or two up there, keeping an eye on the dance floor and the patrons from on high.
Okay. All right. So if we tried to sneak in through that door at the back of the bar, the guards would have clear line of sight to us.
Almost certainly, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I take it from that we didn't find anything other than the door.
Correct.
Cool. All right. I'm wondering if we might need to cause some sort of distraction to get the guards' attention away from this area, and then we go in through the employee-only door and see what's on the other side.
I'm sure Kel can help us out there.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, so what are you gonna try and cause a distraction? Is that correct?
If Kel agrees.
I do indeed.
All right. So here's what I've got in mind. Let me know if you like the plan. Kel goes upstairs. Oh, sorry. Is the balcony a place we can get to, or is that just guards? Are there patrons there too?
There's some patrons up there, yes.
Okay. So I'm thinking, Kel, you could pretend to bump into somebody and spill your drink, and then start a fight with them. You know, act like a drunken lout, and make enough of a scene to get the guards to come and try to chuck you out. Brawl with them for a bit, and while that's all going on, we'll try and sneak through the door. Does everyone want to come through the door, or would anyone prefer to assist Kel in the distraction making?
I mean, if it's the Lizard Lounge and it's owned by a big desk, then he could be in a lot more danger than I think you might be. Giving credit to.
Well, as you guys are coordinating, you see Sylvine approach you from this direction. Must have been sitting at the bar. And she goes, "Oh, hello, how are you doing here today? My. Talking directly to the bar in the rear. How are you two today?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah,
You?
great, thanks.
Oh, fantastic. Well, here we are, just a couple of, or should I say, a menage a trois of patrons of this wonderful establishment.
Not interested. Go away.
Well, hang on a sec. Do you have access to, like, back there?
Oh, I've got everything we need back there.
Okay. do you know if there's like a box by, what was the name of that thing? Hal, you're better at talking about this stuff. What's the?
I don't think it was branded. Didn't have like a big logo on it or anything, right?
Sense
No,
motive
no.
on Sylvie.
We sense that he's trying to hook up.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations.
You cracked the case.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but we can
And
use that to our advantage to get back there. Yes.
both
we
Halligan
get it-
and Labara, do you... Well, actually, it's not bloody local knowledge. What is it again?
Culture.
Probably.
There's a strong abuse
Yeah.
culture amongst the Shunter.
We'll go with culture. Yeah, so give me a culture check as well. Labara,
I've
you
covered
doing
my
it?
I've covered my tower. Yeah, hang on a sec.
Yep. Labara, you recognise through your extensive experience in these particular matters that Sylvain appears to be a local escort. And you're able to pick that up through both how he moves and how he tries to charm the patrons.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm more interested. This is totally more interesting. Should we well, maybe you can help us. Let me just talk to my friends for a second. I'll see that they're okay for the night, and then I might come back. And then give him a wink. But because I'm not very charismatic, it's a very unsexual wink.
I'm always happy to guide the uninitiated through their first time.
What does he mean by that? So, walk away with it.
I just give her a sympathetic, you know,
Pause for a little while.
sympathetic look and
So your knowledge of culture allows you to identify this person as an escort, but you have no idea what that actually is. Is that what you're going?
No. She knows what that is. She'd be like, come over here, guys. Let's talk about it. We want to try and use this guy somehow. Or
What's your thinking? Tell me what your plan is.
well, I mean, if he can get us access anywhere, I don't know yet. But we need to get back there. What's the plan to still beat people up? Do you want to beat this guy up, or use him as a distraction?
yeah, absolutely. I'd love to beat this guy up.
Well, let's say you tell him you want to engage his services, and you tell him that you want to go back through the employee door.
Or
said that.
we can use him as a distraction. Like, I could just tell him my kink is watching him, like, strip down in the middle of a dance club and abase himself somehow. That'll get the guard's attention, I'm sure.
But he'll probably just say no, right?
But well, you know, if he wants money, it could cost a bit.
But I mean, a fancy escort in a place like this, he can't afford to ruin his reputation or get the venue offside, right? If he operates out of here, so
Yeah, no, you're right. Just beat someone up, Kel. Your brother wants to beat someone up. Beat someone up. Whatever.
I'm still interested in the what we can get from this guy idea. I just want to sound out the plan first. That's all.
Oh, let's talk to him and see what he can do. Because he was just alluding to it because he's that kind of person. I don't think he's going to straight out tell us.
When you looked around, like Kel wasn't there. He was up on the balcony, ready to kick off the distraction. But then he saw this guy go over and talk to Labara, and with the conversation, he saw the looks that this guy was giving Labara, and then Labara gave him a very sexy wink. So he came back down, and towards the end of the conversation, he's standing behind this guy, and he goes, "Hey, you spilt my drink!" And he grabs the closest drink off a table and just throws the drink at this guy. And he's getting ready to glass him with the same glass.
Jeez.
As that happens, 4 Vesk turn up and surround Kel and go, "Come here, the boss wants to see you."
You can't.
And they
hey,
drag Kel.
It's good.
They drag Kel
Okay.
out in the back room.
Follow. Let's follow, everyone. Let's all go back.
Oh,
So I've
Yeah.
got no chance of evading. Just say they come over and grab me.
yep.
Okay.
And take you to this room.
All right.
As you're approaching, you've been taken through a employees only door.
So,
you
are we
see
following
a-
everyone else? Or no?
Yeah.
No? Yeah, we're following. Okay.
No, you're not following.
Okay.
It's a Kel one, and you see a female vest sitting behind a desk, puffing on an e-cigar and playing solitaire on a small hollow screen.
Oh, I say,
Hello.
there's an
I'm
internet
Boss
cafe.
Zernala.
So before the introduction, I point out the fact that there's an internet cafe down there with the best war games. They're hands down better than that game you're playing right now.
Yes. So, while she introduces herself to you, you notice her eyes rarely leave the virtual card game. So what do you think of the club tonight? You drinking anything special?
I've only just started, to be honest.
Blood.
The blood of my enemies.
Is there something that you could recommend?
Yes. Any of the top shelf spirits.
Oh, nice.
They're quite good.
I'll let the barkeep know, and I turn around to walk out.
And on the way out, she goes,
Oh.
behave like civilized beings.
Yeah, I do apologize. If you could wingman me, there's a chick out there that I'm trying to seduce, and this guy cut me off, and I saw red. I'm sorry, but I normally don't hold myself in such regard in such a fine establishment as this, but my basic instincts took over, and I wanted to pound him to the ground so I could knock the chick on the head and walk out with her on my shoulder.
In response to that, you see Zernala swipe a hand to clear the screen in front of her, and the cards vanish in an instant.
Oh.
Up pops some monitors. Really? Which
Yep.
one?
Can I see Labara?
I'm currently helping. I'm helping Sylvine up and helping to brush off the glass and the alcohol from him.
Kelnar's fist sort of clenches to punch the screen, but remembers his place and just points.
Well, why don't I have a little conversation with Sylvine and try and clear the way? Sylvine, for a small fee, is a very, very good wingman. She can probably peel off the other one and give you a clear shot at the one that you're chasing.
That would be awesome. If you could spare 5 minutes of your time and maybe just make an introduction to it, that would also go a long way.
Diplomatic check. Since you're asking for more time.
If you insist, I'll be diplomatic.
Or you could just pay for the time.
I let you know, just to point out the fact I haven't gone for a grenade yet, so that's good diplomacy, right?
Yes, it is. It's very good.
Yeah, got your credits right here.
Oh, dude. Look, I think you're a little tongue-tied there. How about I give you a voucher for a drink and you consider your eloquence at a later time?
That
Be gone with him.
would be most generous of you. And sorry, I didn't quite catch your name.
Zernala.
Paizo.
Yep. And then you're sort of escorted back out, plonked there, and you see one of the bodyguards go, click, click, one drink, freebie for him. And what do you want? Do you want a Peruvian fire whiskey, or maybe a slutty Bartfast bottom feeder, or a hairy nipple?
Zulala said the top shelf. Any one of those is the best.
A slutty Bartfast bottom feeder it is.
Yeah, and he turns to Hal and just points to himself with his thumb, and then gives him the thumbs up.
Hal just looks a little bit confused, but he's not really sure what the fuck just happened.
No. What now?
Once I've got my drink, I'll join the group. And
So you got hauled off by security to the boss's office, and you came out of there with a drink voucher? What on earth kind of conversation were you guys having? Were you a bit of a charmer, were you, Kel? He says, and sort of gives him the elbow in the ribs.
Stop that, you. Well, look who I'm related to. It must be brushing off onto me. But yes, we just had a bit of conversation. Very jovial person, Zalala is, who seems to be the boss female Vesk.
Wait, did you ask to see her box?
No, not at all. And after my learnings, I'm not allowed to touch them either.
No, Illyria is meant to touch the box. What are you all laughing about?
And he takes a sip.
All right. Well, could you ask your new best friend if she knows anything about it, and to give us access, and we'll just try and be, simple, normal.
I'm not very good on social cues, right? But I'm pretty sure if I attempt to disrupt her again, I'll be thrown out on my ass.
Yeah, that is a pretty likely read. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, turn to Sylvine. How do you think we should get in there?
You know about getting access to restricted places, I'm sure.
Oh no, I give access, and I take it take it as well.
I'm sure you do.
Is he a robot? He seems to only be stuck on one mode at the moment.
He's working.
He's
He's
working.
here from he's working the room. Okay, so let's do an intelligence check. All of you.
Okay.
Turns out it's man.
Yeah.
Lara, you're really struggling with intelligence. Yep. I said that and you rolled a 7, and then it was like 5, 6, and then Illyria goes.
It's idiocracy, is it?
Yeah.
My
Then
idea's the best
Illyria,
brain damage.
you have a bit of a light bulb moment where you realise that Eclipse Innovation put a transmitter here, so there might be another link to this particular place from someone from Eclipse Innovation. Who's what's the guy in charge of the Penumbra app? What's his name?
It's Kyle
yeah.
Reese or something like that.
Yeah. Kayon Reese.
Kayon Reese, yeah.
Yeah. So
Do they
here
look the
you
same?
have but think about it. Like you wanted to hit the bars up before about him to find some info about him. he's chosen a bar to put it in. Maybe there's a link here somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we could try talking to people and floating
Or-
his name and see if anything happens.
Or unfortunately, this giant douchebag.
Yeah, certainly.
Because he's probably a giant douchebag with some, he probably gets the scuttlebutt.
Yeah. Definitely, we'll talk to him. So yeah, I'll try to speak to Sylvain, and I'll be friendly and just try to chat to him a bit. If he propositions me, I'll be like, no, thank you, but maybe there's another way that you can help. There's a particular fellow we were hoping to learn more about. He's executive at Eclipse Innovations. His name's Kaon Reese. Have you heard of him at all?
Sylvain's size. Kaon Reese. Sylvain looks away, and it's obvious he's seeing something other than the club around him. Mr. Reese did hire me a while back, but I usually don't discuss clients.
I understand. This is a matter of some importance. There's a lot of lives at stake.
Diplo check.
Righto.
How do I know I can trust you?
I'll try the angle of being just straight with him and telling him the story about what went down at New Elysium, and try to show him that I'm revealing a traumatic experience to him to try and make him feel like I'm trusting him. I'll talk about all the horrible stuff we saw and what it felt like to have your mind tampered with, and say that if we don't find and destroy this transmitter, this kind of thing is going to come to Kuvakara, and we don't want that to happen. So if there's anything that you can do to help us, you won't just be doing the right thing, but you'll also be protecting your home.
Drop that empathy bomb.
That seems a little too much of a tall tale. It hasn't even hit the Hollow News.
No, I don't expect it will either. Have we got any? Have we got any hard evidence that we could show?
Well, we've got data which I downloaded and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Is there any? Can we show him any of those creepy reports from the computers in Eclipse HQ?
Gil's eyes. We should have Gil's eyes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah. This.
So how
No,
can you...
I did download stuff. I specifically said it, so.
Yeah, so how? Perception check?
Yes. There you go.
Yep. So you can tell by the way that Sylvain's talking, he's not particularly educated. So showing him reports may not get what you need out of him.
Okay, I understand.
They may out of the boss. They may out of the desk. Who runs this place? There's something being placed here.
So
Yeah.
Sylvain asks again, like, how do I know I can trust you? looking squarely at Halladin.
Well, what can I do to earn your trust? I've told you my story. It seems you're still skeptical.
Tell me a time where you've done a good deed without receiving any benefit in return.
I'm doing it right now. Our whole venture on this planet. We didn't have to come here when we escaped from New Elysium. We could have found a hole to lie low in, while the whole system went to hell. But we decided to step in because we thought it needed doing. We don't anticipate any reward. We don't even know if our efforts will be noticed. But if you've got the opportunity to stop a massacre, I like to think I've got enough of a conscience that I wouldn't just leave and let it happen.
Alrighty, so that seems to have rung a note with Sylvain, and he looks you square in the eyes and says, "I'm only telling you this because I need to get it off my chest." 6 months ago, I got a call from my agent. She said she had a special assignment for me, and I couldn't believe that someone like Keon Reese would hire me because he's smart, he's beautiful, and not to mention he's rich. And all the feeds say he's such a lovely person. He spends half his money on charity, which is so refreshing. He took me to a ritzy hotel in the gloaming. Everything was wonderful till we got back up to the room. And then he took off his shirt, and there were marks all over him, scars, like someone had cut him up bad. I tried to play it cool, but he caught me staring. He said that's why he hired me. He wanted me to hurt him. Sylvain's voice falters. But everyone has their kinks. But this was beyond. When he brought out the knives, I told him our time was up.
Well, that does line up with the kind of thing we saw at Elysium. There was a lot of that kind of gross self-mutilation stuff going on with people who were affected by the shadow signal. Yeah, like I said, if we don't succeed here, you can expect a lot more people in this city to suddenly start doing shit like that to themselves and to other people.
But that wasn't the most disturbing thing.
Oh, go
Afterwards, after I told him that, he seemed sad. And when he looked at me, there was actual tears in his eyes. He told me one day I would be enlightened like him. Then I went to the powder room to compose myself. And while I was in there, I heard him talking to someone. And I thought maybe it was a calm, but when I came out, he was just staring in the mirror. And it wasn't his reflection looking back. It was a dark, disfigured woman, scarred like him, with hands like claws. Looking at her made me feel cold all over. He called her Dr. Gregant. He said, "Soon our worlds will meet, and everyone will know the true joy of pain." I ran as fast as I could out of that room. I couldn't work for a week after that. "I'm going to get a drink." And Sylvain heads to the bar and orders a double scotch.
Okay.
All right. Well, we got a good piece of information there about the name of the the creep on the other side who's directing all of this.
Was that the one we met in our dreams, nightmares / visions? Then, who were attempting to operate on us, to dissect us.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay.
Alrighty. So, how are you going to dissect this problem?
Yeah, good question. So we've still not got any access. We don't really have an in with the boss. We could just take the straightforward approach and just ask to speak with her.
Yeah.
Could you pretend to be an associate of that dude, and you're here to check the package, or
Package check. Yeah,
Suppose.
Yeah, we could run that kind of angle. Yeah, that's possible.
and I'm just the tech.
Yeah. Look, worth a try. Yeah, let's give it a go. Hey. So,
do you want me to assist you, bro?
this is more. I think this is more my kind of department, but I'd very much like you to stand by in case things get violent.
I'll go sit at the bar. Labara, you want anything?
Yeah, so what, we're going to sit at the bar while those two go in there, or try to, or whatever?
I
Think-
so.
So yeah,
Yep.
So I'll sit on the other side of Kaon Reese from where Kalnar is.
He's not here. You mean
Oh, I thought you said
Sylvie?
he went to the bar, man. Oh, well. Okay.
Sylvie went to the bar.
Okay, I'll go sit next to Kalnar then,
Okay.
get a drink.
Um,
Just a bottle of beer.
all right.
We only have space ale.
Space it.
Liar, you said they had butterfly bums.
Oh, sorry. You mean slutty bar fucks?
Yep.
brown
Oh,
trumpet.
no,
Um,
just a beer. Just a beer.
No, I get 2 of them, and I hand over the free voucher for 1.
Intergalactic Gargle Blaster.
that was the
That's
one I was trying to
3,000
remember.
credits a drink.
Yeah,
Galactic Gargle Blaster.
Slutty Bartfast was the name of a character, I think, in Hitchhiker.
Yeah, he was God who liked the fuels.
Yeah. But
yeah,
the Gargle Blaster was a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think Hal will rock up to the bar, and when he gets the bartender's attention, he'll say, "We're here from Eclipse. We need to speak with your boss."
From Eclipse. Okay. You see them head out the back, have a little bit of a chat, then then comes back out. You all from Eclipse?
No, me and my
Oh.
tech here.
Okay. Alright. Come on in.
Alright.
Yep, so door open. You guys head down through a door that says employees only area and kitchen and storage area is separated from the rest of the club. Boss Zernala's office door is over there. Okay, and yep.
All right. Let's knock on the door and go in.
No.
Dunk dunk.
Oh. So, alrighty. Hal, you Bloody hell, move Illyria out of the way. There, easier. You head in.
Mhm.
Boss Zonala. He says, "Ah, I see that you and that big oaf from before seem to be here together." As you see your images on the screen.
Yes, I apologise if he caused a disturbance. He's very useful as muscle, but sometimes he lets events get ahead of him, shall we say.
Hmm. Yes. Well, hopefully he enjoys the drink.
I'm
And I
sure
noticed
he
you
will.
had a good conversation with Sylvie.
Yes,
Sylvie, sorry. Yep.
he's a charming fellow.
Yes. Unfortunately, he seems to get into a few difficulties every now and again. We look after him. What can I do for you?
We're here on orders from Director Kaon Reese. My tech and I need to inspect the equipment. It's a last check to make sure everything's in working order before go live.
What are you talking about?
Sense motive to see if she's really doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Perhaps we'd better start this conversation on a different tack. My name is Halladin.
You ask a lot of questions,
Mhm.
and I like that, because curiosity is a sign of intelligence. And that's essentially what separates us from the animals.
I agree.
What do you need to know?
We have reason to believe that there is a piece of equipment that has been installed by Eclipse Innovations on your premises. Now, we had assumed that you were aware and complicit, but your reaction just now has taken my thoughts in a different direction. It's possible they've installed this equipment on your premises without your knowledge. The fact is, this equipment is extremely dangerous, both to you and everyone in this club, and in fact everyone in this city, and it needs to be taken out of commission. It would be brilliant if you would cooperate with us in locating and decommissioning this equipment.
Well, what is it? Is it big? Is it small? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So
I ask Illyria to give a physical description of the units we've encountered so far.
No. Oh, I think he dropped off. I think he just hung up on us. All right.
All right.
I can hear Ash going, "It's a box about yay by yay big," over the hills from far away.
Yep.
I don't know anything about that. You can have a look around if you want.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We'll let you know what we find. We have already had a look in the public areas of the club, and so far we haven't come up with anything. You haven't had any. Contractors attending who looked a bit shifty or were out of the ordinary.
No.
I wonder how they got it done.
Well, the only thing I can think of is on the balcony, perhaps.
It's worth checking out, certainly. Well,
it's a private area, and we do have a starlet in at the moment. Can this wait at all?
it could potentially wait a matter of days only. We expect that the device to be activated in 6 days' time, and if that happens, it's all over. So we really need to get it sorted before then, but it doesn't have to be right this very minute.
Alrighty. Can you roll a diplomacy check for me?
Yep.
Just trying to find something. Alrighty. Well, start having a look. Where would you want to look? Because it's obviously the balcony or the employee area.
Yep. All right.
You're in.
Well, we'll check here first, and then we'll wait for you to give us the okay before we try the balcony, given that you've got an important customer. If that works for you, that works for us.
And right when we want Ash to do things, he's got internet issues.
Yeah. We'll just assume it's a 37.
Yeah, naturally. So roll a perception check.
Right.
Search in that room.
Yep.
And I'll do one for Ash. Or Illyria. So you're looking around under things, and Illyria over in. Oh, I keep saying it as if he's still there. You find a newly deployed item that matches the transmitter over there.
Oh, nice.
And because I don't want to roll for everyone, Paladin, do you want to do a D20 roll with a plus 18? That's Illyria's computer's
Copy that.
check.
I'd also like to, before we get cracking on that, I'd also like to just text Labara and Kel, let them know that we found the device and we're getting to work on it, and stay tight.
The club is so noisy and undulating they don't feel their cogs vibrating in their pockets. So you head to the door, you lean out, and you give Kel a big thumbs up.
Yep. All right.
That
So,
must mean another round.
That's right.
Do you?
No, I'm still good. I'm nursing this beer.
Do you want to sense motive, Kel? Of Paladin's thumbs up.
Don't forget the bro bonus.
Yep.
The bro boners. What?
No. I think Labara's been dreaming of a threesome.
So you're you understood it as a good thing, but you're unsure if that means that he's hooking up with Labara, or he's just being a good wingman and trying to give you time alone. Sorry, he's hooking up with Illyria and he's trying to give you time with Labara for a little one-on-one session.
I sit there and ponder this for a little while, and I think the chances are in his favour. So I keep Labara busy to give him enough time to finish wooing Illyria.
His sense of motive roll must have been horrifyingly bad.
Now do your replacement computers roll, so plus
Yep.
18 on the D20.
Yep, coming
Do it
right
in the
up.
open, may as well.
Righto. Not
And
bad.
yep, and you will take the same sequence where you're tracing it first.
Mhm.
You have successfully traced the signal to the dark side of Versus.
Woohoo!
Sorry, yeah, to the dark side. Now, same again to disable.
Copy that. Am I also allowed to try to assist her as Hal?
Yeah, okay. Do your HAL computer check. Tell her where the PowerPoint is. And you have very successfully said the PowerPoint's over there.
I like to think
Yeah.
with +7 that I can do a little more than identify PowerPoints. Alright, so I'll go +20 and pop it. Hey!
Yep. The purple smoke of doom starts to billow out of it, and it is thoroughly bricked.
Sweet. I'll take it. Is it like fastened in somewhere, or can it be lifted out?
No, you can extract it, but it's
Okay.
a heap of sludgy.
Yeah,
material.
no, that's cool. What I wanted to do was take it back to the boss's office and say, here it is. We've taken care of it, but this was the item that Eclipse installed in your kitchen without your knowledge or permission.
That's not good.
Well, by the time we're done with them, there won't be anything left of Eclipse innovations, so you probably won't need to worry about it in future. But maybe there's an opportunity to tighten your security. But I'll leave that to your discretion. Thank you very much for letting us in here. You've done a very good thing.
I'm just glad that you spent the time getting to know Sylvie. That made me realise you were a good egg.
Well, maybe if this all works out, we'll be back for a celebratory round later on.
We are open 24 hours a day, so anytime I'll be glad to see you as a patron. Have a good day.
Good day to you. Heading back into the bar area. I'll lean over and quietly say to Kel and Labara, "We got it. We're good."
Good
Sweet.
job.
That's what someone corrupted by them would say.
we got the location narrowed right down, and we totally bricked that device. And once again, didn't have to shoot anybody. I know, Kel. I know. I know. You prefer some action, but sometimes it's good to have a non-violent approach.
Those mercenary guys didn't get us on the way in, so on the way out.
Oh, I checked my weapons.
Oh
They're
yeah,
all
that's
loaded.
true. Actually, they could be waiting for us outside the lounge. It would be on brand.
Or at the ship, either one.
Let me
Yeah,
go
neither.
out first.
That's a good point, Labara. You're absolutely right. We should be on guard and not relax too much. All right. So we eyes on a swivel. We'll make our way out of the bar.
Alrighty, you head out, and how did you get in there?
There's no walls on it.
There should be, because that's the balcony area with a 600-foot drop.
I was underneath it.
Anyway,
He's got a jetpack. He can dramatically jump off and then land safely.
So,
Superhero
yeah,
style.
Of course, that's compulsory.
Yeah.
so as a FYI, that is a circular private balcony that overlooks the glittering city streets hundreds of feet below. Exotic plants with pointed purple leaves and blood-red flowers grow from the planters, wrapping over the rails and down into the open air. and then talks about blue leather barns and crystal glasses and shit like that. And then separated from the rest of the club by a curtain, it overlooks the streets 600 feet below. So that's one hell of a good jetpack. Because you're on the 13th floor. Anyway, all good. Yeah, so you've just successfully done that. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna, because Ash isn't on, do you want to hit the shops or something?
Yeah, sure.
Have we got like a punt load of money from somewhere or something? Because I've only got 100 credits.
You must have spent it all in your last shopping trip.
Okay, if that's all it's from.
So you can do the party sheet to say, sell stuff, and you'll get a good bit of coin out of that.
Yeah, like we don't need that Vescova plate, do we?
Or two of them.
Yeah.
Skyfire sword. Two of them. Worth 60. Yeah, so you end up with probably about 2, 4.
So is there other stuff you want to distribute though, like the antitoxin and sedative and whatever?
I guess we probably want to keep all the medical stuff.
Yeah.
But
Then take it out.
yeah, sure.
I'll drag a extra battery or two into Illyria's one, since Illyria is a big fan of blowing fuckers up.
Labara might as well take the spray flesh as well, because that's medical equipment. I don't need the spell ampule for haste because I can activate haste from my armor.
So
Serum healing.
I'll take the haste if no one else wants it. Or unless.
Yeah.
No, what about
Yeah, no,
Labara? No.
No, you take it.
Serum of healing, 1 each for Labara and Kel, maybe?
I've got one already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got one already as well.
Probably me and Illyria should take 1 each then.
alrighty.
So I'll grab one of those.
And
No one was interested in the railgun.
No thanks.
Okay,
No.
cool. Clear weave 2, light armor. Is that something I want to look at?
That was my old one, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll grab a battery as well. Why not?
And is the antitoxin instead of you being scooped or not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And the
Look.
med kit?
yeah, we'll keep all those, I think.
Alrighty.
I've already
Someone.
got one of each of them. So
Okay.
Alright.
you guys can grab the others.
Yeah, sure. I've got a teeny bit of medicine skill. Not much,
Yeah. Illyria has 6. Plus 6.
but okay, I should probably go
No,
to
sorry. 13 actually. Plus
Oh,
13.
shit. Yeah, Illyria
Yeah.
can definitely grab those then. I'll put them back on the party. And the med kit too.
Yep.
Nice.
Alrighty. Give me a Diplo roll Paladin.
Yep.
Alrighty, that's a good roll. Now percentage please.
Mhm.
Oh, you got a little higher. 64%. Damn, you almost got 30k between you.
Woo.
Sweet.
Now I've got to find the button to disseminate it. Not add, not edit, not create, not delete.
No,
Mick.
don't delete it.
How do you... Ah, like that one.
That was it.
Sweet.
And let me see. That went to Yik as well. So who... Fuck me. Yik's got 26,000. I'll put another 20,000 there. And then hit distribute again and tax Yik.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right.
Bloody
Should
Yig
be
stealing our
cashed up.
money.
That fucking Yikbot. Jesus.
Mm.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, you can get stuff up to your level from this place. You're in the... Actually, you can even get one... I'll be nice, you can get a level higher than you are because you're essentially in a very large metropolis.
Cool.
So yeah. Shop time! Before the black side, which you now have zeroed in.
Yeah. Awesome. I am really happy with how all that went.
Ash said in chat that we might want to purchase a null space chamber bag of holding. So I think that's
What
what
would he?
Illyria is spending her money on.
Yeah.
I liked his sarcastic response. That was good.
Yeah.
Awesome advice. Thanks.
Yeah. Because it's going to start getting more and more interesting now that you've got Dr. Gargant's details. You kind of know a bit more of who's behind it all. And you missed facing off against the guys behind the curtain in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to bait you into it, but didn't quite work.
Probably for the best.
It was more a case of it actually said if you're on that vest's good side if you talk to Sylvie.
Yeah. Okay.
I was trying to give you credit for that.
Yeah. Nice.
Watch what you guys are going to spend your money on. Just let Ash know not to rush back.
He made the correction, our money, not Illyria's. Oh my.
Alright. Okay. And yeah. He's watching.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll ask him if there's anything particular he wants. How much cash?
I'll just be AFK for a minute, guys.
No worries. Look, we'll probably call it after this because, yeah, I don't want to crack the black side out and do all that type of stuff without Ash. Damn. Oh, as you're happily shopping away, does anyone want to tell a joke or something? I miss Terry's jokes now.
I'm all joked out.
Oh, pity.
Dave knows some good ones.
No, I don't.
Oh,
None at all.
none at all.
Not even one, I'm afraid. Oh, storage goo. What's storage goo?
Mm. Oh, it's for your Soki, I think. You can stick it in your cheek pockets.
Wait.
None of the level 10 pistols are particularly a huge upgrade.
Does
The amount they cost.
Pity you can't search by level.
Yeah.
That'd be
Is
very
indeed.
useful for the weapons and shit.
Well, I need some more credits to get a better weapon, so I'll hold on to mine.
Yeah, same. I'm sort of at that stage where I have a nice little credit account, but not quite enough to get an upgrade. And I'm not lagging behind on stuff either. I've got level 9 stuff at the moment, so
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm still rocking around in all level 1 gear.
Nice. Yeah, looking at that, it seems to be, yeah. it does go up quite rapidly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a big jump in price.
Yeah. All right, so we're calling it there.
Yeah, we'll call it there. Don't want to run off too much without